We have Violet Sue, Catherine Caruana-McManus, Michelle Lozada, Abby Galli, and Carlo Tinella as our moderator. Please take it away. You have 25 minutes.
Thanks. So I have a big responsibility today because my mission is really to make sure that those four ladies are going to be able to give the right messages, okay, in terms of vision, the way they see their contribution making an impact in our industry, because it's obvious that we need more women and we need their different mindset, their ability to, let's say, focus on pragmatism that I recognize to the woman. And so, yeah, I really want to be short and a few words about myself. I'm Carlo Tinella, and I'm product manager of LoRa catalog in Semtech. And I've been with Semtech since almost 6 years now. Very happy with the ability to enable and make this ecosystem so vibrant. So I'll let maybe Violet.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. And thank you so much for Semtech and the things industry to invite me to join this panel. It's really important to, like you mentioned, to maybe give some voices out there and let people learn about some stories and maybe get some inspirations. I'm Violet from C Studio. It's an AI IoT hardware company, and my role is business development.
Great, thanks. Catherine?
Yes, it's wonderful to be here. In fact, I think I've been to Everything's conference since it started. So unfortunately, the number of women has not increased in the industry since then. But I'm Catherine Caruana-McManus. I'm a co-founder and director of strategy and sales for Meshed. And we're a systems integrator based in Australia, but we're delivering solutions globally.
Abby?
So, hi everyone. Yeah, really happy to be here. So, I'm the co-founder of the Women in IoT Network. We established it this year with my amazing colleague Lizzie Epton. And I also work at Edge Impulse. That's where I get my experience from. I'm an enterprise account executive. So I head up kind of Europe and also APAC as well, and just leading our sales initiative.
All right. Hi, everyone. Like the other ladies here, I'm very excited to be here with you today. Thank you so much. My name is Michelle Lozada, and I'm VP of Corporate Marketing at Semtech, one of the sponsors here, and we're very happy to have you.
Okay, perfect, thanks. A few questions for you. Let's start with Michelle and Abby. And the first, let's say, section I would focus on the setting the vision, okay? Really asking you to provide a kind of, say, looking forward vision. So next decade, this is the big, let's say, topic of this panel. When you look ahead to 2035, what's the one IoT transformation we are most excited about, and how do you see your work contributing to make that vision a reality, Michelle?
Okay. All right. So what if IoT and connecting things could make sustainability not just a goal, but an inevitable outcome? Okay. I'm from California, and like many places, you know, we've seen a lot of climate change, wildfires getting more and more common, droughts, and then when the rain finally does come, you know, we end up getting deluged because there isn't enough plants in the soil to really hold the water, right? And one thing that I really look forward to is IoT being that enabler to help us with resilient climate, to be more, more sustainable in that regard and help us worldwide, right? It's not just California. This is a global challenge.
I'd say myself, the thing I'm most excited about is the advancements we have in health tech. I think we've recently seen it with the Apple Watch, but there are a lot of, I guess, diagnoses or illnesses that just don't get diagnosed maybe earlier enough, or it takes years for them to kind of get diagnosed. And I think that IoT can really help advance medicine and help advance health tech so that we do get the information that we do have in our bodies earlier as well. So yeah, excited for that.
I'd like to see that we're more interoperable. In fact, I loved Alistair's last presentation. Hopefully you all saw it. He absolutely nailed it. You know, what I would like to see with the vision of IoT is that we can actually just speak to each other, that protocols are interoperable, that we're using language that people understand, and we don't make the same mistakes that we've done in IoT and in other systems with things like AI. So the future setting, I think, can be realised if we can use standards for the benefit of society instead of trying to pitch one protocol against another and focus on profit and gain. And I think, you know, as a leader in this space, you know, that's something that I am very passionate about, and hence why we've supported the Things Network for so many years, because it actually has been that community. And so what I'd like to do for vision setting is have more community-oriented approaches to technology adoption, because I think we can then realise, you know, the economic, the social, the environmental benefits of IoT.
That's the kind of pragmatism that I really admire. Please, Violet.
I think what I'm most excited and passionate about is with the emerging technologies. It seems the combination of AI and IoT makes it even more accessible for us. On the one hand, some of these remote places that we might not be able to get data, like with LoRa, we can get them. And now maybe like with connectivity, LoRa plus satellite is even more accessible. And also with AI, it seems to be like maybe in the past we get the raw data, we need an expert to decipher the data, but now with AI, it seems you can use the model to give you the meaningful information already, so that you can access this kind of data to understand our environment, our world better, and then we can make better decisions, no matter for commercial, for the society, or for sustainability. And I think in this, it doesn't seem very daunting. It seems to be like more accessible, no matter in the technical level or in the way that you can easily use them with low cost or in like from different variety of providers. So this is something I'm really excited about.
Thanks. Okay, still for you, Violet.
Yeah.
A second question. As a woman leader in this space, what unique lens do you bring to envisioning IoT for the future?
I think it might be the positivity. Yeah, I'm very passionate about a lot of things, tiny things, bigger things, and sometimes it might sound silly because you say, oh, well, you're excited about that? Just like today, I show, like at our booth, someone come and I want to show them the demo that we have to train the model and then send the result by LoRa. And it's like, oh, someone took my cable and couldn't find it. And when I found it, it's like, I found my cable. It's like, this is the first time ever I saw someone so excited about finding a cable. So I think that it's the thing that makes people recognize me. Like, wow, you're so cheery and passionate and positive. I think that's the one element.
I'm just wondering if this is, let's say, a characteristic or specific of a woman leader or just Violet.
I think I can represent some, maybe.
But this is great. Really great.
Thank you.
Okay, so next section is more about scoping opportunities through diversity. Okay, so Catherine, the tech industry has undergone significant transformation from early innovation cycles. You can, let's say, you were there at the beginning, to the current era driven by IoT and AI. Okay, so in your view, how does increasing diversity within the tech workforce contribute to innovation and improved customer experience?
Well, it's really quite evident that the business case does demonstrate that having diversity does lead to profitability. McKinsey year on year has proven that, and you can go and have a look at their research. What it does is that it allows capabilities that can be explored and expedited, and that's been proven in many industries. But I think we are still challenged by the fact that tech industries as such do not attract women, and there's very complex reasons for that, and that we don't have time to talk about that. But I think the other thing too that I think is very important of why in IoT and AI we need to have women and diversity, not just gender but also cultural, is because of bias. And we're seeing that in algorithms, we're seeing that in the way that technology is deployed. So by having more diverse teams, we reduce the creep of bias. Major tech companies now are required to report on that, which I think that's a really positive thing. And so for me, I just see incredible opportunities for diversity to create more widely adopted systems and processes. If we have less bias, if we're more heuristic and human-centered, then we'll get more adoption. So I think it actually just makes sense. And that's what I've been very passionate about. And look, I'm an old person, I'm a seniorpreneur, I'm going to retire in a couple of years. But I've loved my career in tech, and I think that the thing that I really feel very strongly about is that diversity does bring results. So that's my opinion. Yeah.
I share it 100%.
Yeah.
So yeah, a question for each one of you. Still on the opportunities through diversity, let's say, section. What specific opportunities do you see for diverse teams in shaping the future of IoT? Please, Michelle.
Sure. So to follow on what Catherine just said, I mean, I like to think of, diversity as an orchestra, right? We can start with a violin. Maybe we add a few instruments, we get a quartet. We add, the wind instruments, and then all of a sudden we've got an orchestra of very rich, vibrant, composition, right? And opportunities for diversity. I mean, moving past the one-size-fits-all solutions, right? Getting beyond the monocultural views. Catherine talked about, it's more than just gender diversity, right? It's accessibility. It's cultural. It's diversity of all kinds, right? And as more that we can infuse that into the technology that we develop and bring to bear on AI, on IoT, it becomes that rich composition, much more so than just the single instrument.
Abby?
Yeah, I feel the exact same way. I work in machine learning, and I feel that the model that comes out is dependent on the data that you feed it. Mm-hmm. If you're getting your data from the same space, the same kind of composition, like you said, then you're not going to have a model that really fits the real world. Yeah. You should have a company, enterprise, industry that fits the real world that you're seeing in front of you. So it's not just about being diverse to women and us being equal. It's people of color, it's gay people, it's people with disabilities. Yeah. I also think that just that in itself, you create a better product with it. I think before in the 90s or 80s, whenever they did it, you saw like crash test dummies and it only being safe for men because that was the only thing that they were kind of like considering. Yeah. And I do think that when you are a woman or a protected characteristics, you maybe do see these faults maybe more so than when you are the standard of product.
Sure.
Yeah.
Great. Definitely. Catherine, the bar is too high now.
What was the question? I think I already answered it. I was the first one.
What specific opportunity do you see for diverse team in shaping the future of IoT?
Yeah, so I've just reiterated, I think the opportunity is to just build better products. Cater for the 51% of the population out there, realise that they have a voice in being able to deliver these solutions, and you'll do it faster, you'll do it better. women are really quite good at networking as well. And so, in my business, when we started, nobody knew who we were. And the strength that I've brought to the business is my ability to create relationships, to build rapport with people, to follow up with that rapport, not be afraid to go and pick up the phone and talk to people. And I just think naturally we're good at that sort of thing. It's not an us versus them. So I think there's a great opportunity for us to share the success stories, bring that to the fore, and there's nothing more exciting than working with people who come from a different angle, because that just, to me, creates more innovation, greater conversations, and you never know, you might find a connection with someone you didn't know, which then harnesses that amazing ability to work together.
Sure.
So I'm very, focused around team building and those sorts of things, because I just think you get better results.
If I would summarize it on my side, I say that diversity is not only better, brings not only, let's say, higher standing outcomes, but it's also much more enjoyable.
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely. Violet?
Yeah, I think it will keywords inclusion, because I think about diversity is about culture, gender, a lot of things, but also about the tech stack. Like sometimes we assume people know about it. So for example, we have some of the tutorial, and they say try it, and it's like I have very detailed tutorial, you can manage it, but I look at it, it's like no, my laptop doesn't have that, and say oh, there's Windows system, mine Mac system, and then I think even this kind of inclusion of what product people might use, or even when I introduce myself, oh, I'm Violet, I learn language and literature, but not Python or C# or C++. I learn English language and literature, and now German, French, curious about it. But if I can train AI models, and I can use a LoRa tracker, and I can configure gateway, it seems in this way other people see, oh, I'm in the same major as her, or I'm from the same background, and she can do that, I can do that too. So I think if this kind of diversity, no matter from the educational materials or from the representations, then we can get more people involved, and there will be more inclusion.
Great. Now it's time to start Italian also, right?
Yeah.
Your languages.
Yeah, I speak Thai as well.
Okay, so last section. Okay. So I was told be mindful what time, so we have 5 minutes, okay? Let's say a couple of questions more. Representation and impact. This is the title of this section. So as a leader, Michelle, as a leader in the IoT space, how has your perspective contributed to development of more creative, inclusive, or customer-centric solutions?
Sure, absolutely. So I'm in marketing. And one of the key ways that I see myself contributing to this whole conversation is being able to articulate those stories that matter, turning the technologies, something that is a very technology-oriented solution, to something that is humanized, people can connect to, and ultimately being relatable, because this is not about a technology. It's not a technology story at the end of the day. It's IoT connecting us as humanity, right? And doing things for the benefit of all of us. So.
Thanks, Michelle. Very last question for you, Abby. Where do you see the most immediate, impactful opportunities for women to lead and grow in this sector today? You are let's say, in the field of AI, so that's the growing trend.
It's a very interesting question. I think that we can make really good decisions in products. So product teams. Me, myself, I'm in sales, and we are, again, very, very underrepresented, especially in leadership roles. So I think the more women we get there, the more different styles of sales that you see. That's something that I've kind of found myself, is that when you do go into this sales field, especially in IoT, I only saw one example of how to sell, and I don't know if anyone's seen Wolf of Wall Street. It was like the Jordan Belfort, challenger sell, very confrontational, very bold, and those are amazing salespeople. But I didn't really see someone who sold like me.
Right.
And I just think that when you do have women around you selling in a way that may be different to men, for me, I'm an active listener. I really like building rapport. I'm not that confrontational. And so, yeah, more examples of that, more women. You're just going to get a more diverse sales team as well.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Okay, thanks. Thanks a lot. So let's wrap up. I'm very grateful for you sharing with us your, say, thoughts, brilliant ideas, and also, I'll say, diversity into the diversity, because I can recognize that each one of you has a different role, focus on a different, let's say, break of the technology, from the, let's say, device maker, really at the beginning, just after Semtech, communication and marketing for you, and solution, system integration for you. So really,
so true.
diversity into the diversity. And next one is going to be the party that is just right outside. So I really invite everybody to join and continue the discussion during the reception Women in IoT.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much.